Trump's latest tweet about suspending immigration almost in a sweeping, complete manner is indicative of more of a political play than a national need of any sort. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, the consulates were trying to get all the physicians, nurses, and allied medical professionals back into the United States as quickly as possible by easing visa availability and making special exclusions from travel back to the United States for such workers. So, does the president have the power? Regrettably, this issue is quite vague. There are provisions that get activated when a national emergency is declared. Trump has tweeted that we have to protect ourselves from attack by the invisible enemy, and that seems to be a well thought out declaration, a preamble to a national emergency, almost like an attack. Once he activates a national emergency, I was reading some of the material available on the National Emergency Act, which is a 1976 law, under which the president, once he declares an emergency, he can then take recourse. Some count about 123 provisions in different laws, and some count over 200 provisions. Under the National Emergencies Act, he gets to take over almost anything, including the internet, if he wants to. But to me, when I look at the nature of the immigration in the United States, especially immigration related to, of course, legal matters, including work visas, as well as family-based immigration, I think it would be shocking if courts were to uphold any of his decisions that smack of a grab for power rather than a genuine need to protect the United States' interests. Unfortunately, all our laws are made upon the assumption of a reasonable person acting in rational times. This president has proven time and again that he is irrational, illogical, and swayed by the public opinion as he seems it, even though that is not reflective of the majority opinion. Bottom line, he does have a lot of power. I have revised my earlier opinion that he doesn't have the power. He does have a lot of power, but can he disturb vested rights that easily? I doubt it very much. Because what possible ground there is to claim that people who are already here, for example, on H-1B, L-1 visas, or in the process of their green cards, what possible grounds could he have against claiming that he's protecting the U.S. interests from coronavirus by somehow acting against those individuals? In my view, he's the weakest when he tries to act in a manner that is so drastic and unreasonable. Can he, though? Does he have the power? And the laws seems to suggest they are written in such a loose manner that what he does doesn't have to relate or be rationally attached to the claimed threat. So if the threat is of coronavirus, can he suspend boats from going out into the water? And the answer is probably yes, even though it is not related. However, the farther away he is from the grounds of an action, the closer he is to getting overturned by the courts. And historically, the courts have hesitated to act when the emergency is in progress. So if you try to suspend immigration into the United States and we tried to stop him during the emergency, courts would more likely not interfere. My own take on this situation, this tweet, this president, so-called president we have, who rules by tweets rather than by rational deliberation, he does have the power, but I doubt that he can go that far as to completely eliminate immigration from the United States.